Honestly, as long as you handle the household stuff, that's all I need. I'm working and bringing in the money. That's my most important role. If I'm burdened with chores and other things, it'll only interfere with my work. Do you really think you can build a happy family with Naomi thinking that way? If you think it's natural for our daughter to do everything around the house, maybe you should rethink things from the start. Marriage only works when both partners support each other. You say support, but I come home tired from work too, so you should understand that much. Naomi may be working, but compared to me, it's not a big deal. So it's fine to leave the household stuff to her, right? Are you saying my daughter's job isn't a big deal? She works hard and still finds time for you when she gets home. Just because you're working doesn't mean you should overlook the other person's burdens. Is that so? If that's the case, how about showing some concern for my tiredness? I need a relaxing environment when I get home. Besides, our life is supported by my income, so I think I deserve a bit of gratitude, don't you? I don't mind asking for appreciation, but that doesn't mean you can impose it on Naomi. No matter how much you earn, the household runs smoothly only with both of our cooperation. If you just leave everything to the other person, frustration will build up over time. If you have complaints, feel free to voice them, but aren't they just trivial matters? If just a little extra effort from me could solve everything, that'd be different. But I'm not doing this because I enjoy it. I don't like having my way of doing things denied. You think it's all just small stuff because you're not the one burdened by it. I wish you'd notice how hard Naomi works for you, no matter how busy she is. Just as much as you value your job, home is important to her too. If the family is important, then it's natural for you to put in effort, right? If you really have that kind of determination, you shouldn't have any complaints. I believe in the roles of the man works and the woman manages the home, and I'm not changing that viewpoint. Have you ever thought about how much of a burden that puts on our daughter? In a household that just controls, no amount of money will bring fulfillment. For both of you to be happy, caring for each other is essential. In the first place, she's the one who said she wanted to marry on her own. I didn't wish for this at all. She's the one piling on all these troublesome things and increasing my burden. So shouldn't she be the one to compromise? Excuse me? Marriage isn't something that stands on one person's will. What she expects from you is a relationship of equals. As long as you keep imposing only your own needs, true bonds won't be formed. Please understand that. Hey, Mom. I've got something to share that might catch you off guard. What is it? Well, I've decided not to get married. I'm sorry. What? Wait, what's going on? It's been quite some time since you reached out and now you're hitting me with this? I'm sorry. I've been really busy. You've always had this habit of making all the decisions yourself, but I wish you would at least consult me about something this important. Marriage is a huge event that changes your life significantly. I'm your mother, and I care about you more than anything, so it's only natural for me to worry. I understand that, but you tend to worry too much about me. You get worked up over the smallest things, so it's easier for me to handle everything alone. But this time, it's a big deal for me, and I've been really struggling with what to do. Still, the wedding is only 10 days away, right? I can't help but be shocked that you're suddenly saying you want to back out at the last minute. I've been looking forward to this day for so long. Can you please tell me what happened? I'm really sorry, Mom. I didn't make this decision lightly either. Over the past few days, I've faced my feelings and thought about it many times, but in the end, I just couldn't forgive Carter for cheating. Being betrayed by someone I trusted was really shocking. Wait, Carter? I can't believe something like that happened. But why didn't you talk to me about this sooner? You could have relied on me more. I'm sorry. At first, I really didn't want to believe it. I wanted to think I was just misunderstanding, and I couldn't sort things out until I had proof. But then, the late nights and business trips started piling up, so I felt something was off. I was sure he was cheating 10 days ago, and the timing couldn't have been worse. I see. Thinking about how much your heart must have shaken when you were suddenly faced with such a reality is tough for me. But just because he's been coming home late doesn't necessarily mean he's cheating, does it? Yeah, I'm not judging based on just that. Last week, I happened to see him at a cafe. Carter was snuggling up with a young woman, looking just like a couple, and the moment I saw that scene, my mind went blank. It was clearly too familiar for it to be mistaken. Couldn't it have just been a misunderstanding? It's possible it was just a temporary lapse in judgment, or maybe... No, Mom, I'm confident. That was definitely Carter, and his attitude started to change around that time. In the beginning, he was really supportive and helped with chores, but then he stopped doing anything at all. It felt like he was only focused on his own life, pushing everything onto me. That's awful. You're working full-time every day, too. Carter must have decided to support the family when he moved in with you. He should have days off, too, so why doesn't he help out with that? I had a chat with him about it once, too. I tried to have a conversation with him, but he kept saying he was busy whenever I brought it up. He doesn't care how busy I am, and even when I tell him, he just says, my mom handled everything. He seemed more sincere and compassionate than that. I can't believe his attitude changed so much. What's even more unforgivable is his attitude when I confronted him about the cheating. I think anyone would feel at least some guilt in that situation, but he showed no signs of admitting anything and got defensive, even angry. To top it off, he talked badly about you, acting like we were clinging to him or something. It's really outrageous. Knowing how much you sacrificed to raise me makes it impossible to accept his words. That reminds me of something. At the meeting of both families, Carter's mother casually threw out a jab. She said, I bet it was tough on your wallet, as if we were trying to get something from her, knowing I was the one who raised you by myself. I was already feeling uneasy about you marrying into that kind of family. Maybe I was sensing something back then, too. Exactly. It seems like his family, especially his mother, assumes that single-parent households are struggling financially. They casually bring up their biases as if we're having a hard time. I've tried to avoid them as much as possible because I hate being treated like that, but I feel like I've hit my limit. They don't even listen to our side of the story, and I wonder why they're so full of prejudice. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that, but I'm always on your side, you know. Especially now, you don't have to force yourself to hold back. If it's an important decision, you should be in a place where you can feel at ease while making it. Maybe it would be good to go back home for a bit and calm your feelings here. Thanks, Mom. Talking like this is bringing back a lot of memories, and anger is starting to rise within me. I absolutely cannot forgive him for getting away so easily. I really want to make sure everything is settled before ending this, so please, give me 10 days. Hold on, Naomi. The wedding is just around the corner, right? You're not seriously thinking about letting this end like nothing happened, are you? As a mother, I'm worried about what you're thinking. I'll be fine. I made this decision to ensure I wouldn't have any regrets. I don't want to worry you, but I hope you will trust me. Are you sure about this? This isn't how you typically think. Please, try to calm down. I'm Hannah, and I'm 60 years old. I lost my husband when my children were young, and I worked tirelessly to make sure they never went without. 6 months ago, I finally retired. My oldest son is married now, with children of his own. And with Naomi's wedding coming up, I thought my days of parenting were winding down. Carter seemed like such a kind young man, so honestly, I'm just baffled. Since then, no matter how often I reach out, Naomi just insists she's fine. She's an adult, so I decided to give her space. However, on the day of the wedding, something unbelievable happens.
Hey, can you explain what's going on? This is just too unreasonable. The wedding has started, and neither Naomi nor her family is here. It's unimaginable that there's been no contact. This is beyond inconsiderate, isn't it? We've gone through the trouble of welcoming many invited guests, and yet it's impossible that neither the bride nor her family has shown up. Because you come from a single-parent household, I think you should adhere to at least the minimum manners. Could you please start taking responsible actions? This is causing a hassle for quite a few people. I'd be grateful if you could manage this well and let me know your thoughts as a parent. Are you planning to stay silent?
I'm sorry, but we've been dealing with an emergency, so I couldn't reach out. There's a reason for the delay in communication.
An emergency? That's just an excuse. It's not normal to have an emergency on the wedding day. Do you understand how many people you've inconvenienced by skipping the ceremony? It's on the parents to take care of the damages.
Don't you care about what happened to my daughter before you start blaming her? Are you only being concerned about your own image and indifferent to Naomi's well-being?
Of course, if something so unbelievable has happened, you wouldn't be worried, right? Please, think about it. It's impossible to care about someone who treats us so rudely.
We contacted our relatives this morning, and they are all aware of the situation. We've tried reaching out to you multiple times, but the only response we got was after the ceremony started. Why couldn't you be contacted sooner?
It's because Naomi wasn't showing up, so we were busy dealing with the guests. I didn't even have time to look at my phone, and I'd like to know what's going on too. Can you explain what your intentions are?
Okay, I got it. My daughter is in the hospital. Do you know why? She should have been with you, but do you understand how the situation occurred?
Huh? The hospital? What happened? Was there an accident?
I heard you made coffee for Naomi this morning.
So what? I always make it for her.
Right. So she probably drank it without suspecting anything.
What are you trying to say?
She said it clearly tasted like something other than coffee. More like medicine. According to the doctor, it seems to be the symptoms of taking a large amount of laxatives. They're currently analyzing the sample for its components.
You're not seriously accusing me, are you? It wasn't me. I made coffee, but I left the house right after.
Exactly.
Isn't it possible that Naomi drank it herself? You know, wanting to look slimmer for the wedding or something?
That amount isn't something she would drink on her own.
Besides, component analysis is just a bluff, right? Regular people can't do something that simple, and it's not an amount someone like you could afford anyway. I won't be fooled by that.
I have my connections, so it's all good. If you don't understand that, should we just have the police investigate thoroughly?
Huh? That's ridiculous. You can't be serious, can you? This must be some kind of joke, right? I can't keep up with all this sudden talk.
Right now, she's undergoing thorough examinations at the hospital. With the doctor's diagnosis, I believe there's no mistake. I'm planning to get a medical certificate, report it to the police, and have them investigate this matter properly.
You don't have any objections to that, do you? No, no, that's not necessary. Isn't that just over the top? Naomi has been a bit emotionally unstable, so isn't it just a misunderstanding? She might just be anxious because of the wedding, you know? Is that so? You say that, but I don't see it that way. Naomi, I know, isn't the type to have such delusions. Hana, I think you're being fooled by Naomi. She's been a little neurotic for a while now, hasn't she? It's just marriage blues, and she's overreacting. So please, don't make this a big deal with the police. Why not? Having the police investigate properly is the best way to uncover the truth, isn't it? Your reaction sounds like you might have something to hide. No, that's not the case. It's just embarrassing to take family matters outside, right? Since we're both adults, can't we resolve this calmly through discussion? If you want to resolve it calmly, you could have explained things to us earlier. If neither you nor Naomi knows what happened, it means someone must have intruded and done this on their own. When you think about it that way, it's actually a pretty terrifying situation, isn't it? Yeah, I suppose when you put it that way, it is scary. But making it the police matter feels a bit excessive. Still, we should know exactly what the other person's intentions were in doing this, and how they got into the house. After all, you could have drunk that coffee too, right? This is clearly a case of bodily harm. Well, it is indeed a scary story, but I'd rather handle this as quietly as possible. I'm sorry, but let's put this discussion off for now. I'm busy with various procedures at the moment. I'll contact you again later. Wait a minute. Hey, what happened? Nothing's wrong, right? Going to the police is just over the top. Please, stop it. This situation is truly unbelievable, isn't it? Who wanted something like this to happen? I'm really being put out here, so I need a solid answer. Please, stop ignoring me. If you intend to stay quiet for your own reasons, I'll have to take appropriate action. This is Hana. Naomi is currently in the examination room, and I'm holding onto her phone. By the way, why are you so eager to get in touch? Don't you think your behavior seems a bit odd? It looks like you're rushing because you might be hiding something. No, that's not it at all. I don't have any secrets. I just don't want to be falsely accused of something I didn't do. You're making assumptions without any proof, and I haven't done anything wrong. If that's how you feel, then there's nothing to be afraid of. Just go to the police and confidently say you haven't done anything. Are you seriously doubting me? It's a joke to be treated as a suspect without any evidence. I can only think you're fabricating this to avoid paying for the wedding costs and damages. You've been talking about money non-stop since earlier. It's getting annoying. I thought it was us who should be asking for damages in the first place. You might not understand, but we aren't constantly thinking about money like you are. You're just trying to find excuses to take our money, aren't you? It sounds a bit like begging, don't you think? I'm really tired of your methods. Did you really think Naomi wouldn't notice anything while living together? I never thought you didn't realize she was just pretending not to see it. Huh? What are you talking about? I don't understand at all. You seemed pretty close with a junior female colleague, didn't you? Did you really think no one noticed how close you were with her? Well, no, that's not... She's just the type who gets close easily, and I wasn't doing anything inappropriate. I was just helping her because she got drunk. Nothing happened at all. No more excuses. I have solid evidence. Naomi was desperately gathering proof to protect her relationship with you, including photos of you coming out of a hotel. Did you really think you could easily talk your way out of this? That was really just a drinking party. I just took her out because she passed out. There was nothing inappropriate going on. Please stop doubting me further. That's not all. There's more evidence. In the room where you lived together with Naomi, there were pet cameras installed in various places for the cat. Yes, in hard-to-find spots. Huh? I've never heard anything like that. No one told me about it, and it's unreasonable to blame me for not knowing. Naomi's cat is especially curious and wants to touch everything, so we placed the cameras in hard-to-find locations. Did you really act without knowing about that? Huh? That's ridiculous. Are you saying there are actually recordings? I never imagined I was being watched at all. I didn't think anyone would check such minute details. That's right. We have footage of you bringing your affair into the house while Naomi was on her business trip. Did you really think you wouldn't get caught? You probably never considered that all your careless actions would be recorded. That's impossible. That's not all. We even have clear recordings of you putting laxatives in the coffee. I already handed that footage over to the police this morning, so they'll investigate it properly. Once they see the footage, it will be obvious what you did. That has nothing to do with me. It is either a misunderstanding or just a coincidence. Oh, are you planning to keep insisting it has nothing to do with you? The police will be reviewing the footage, and I'm sure your attitude and words won't be able to hide the truth. By the way, why would you choose to cheat at a time so close to the wedding? I struggle to understand why you felt the need to take such a risk. That's because my affair partner's father is the company's CEO, and I thought it matched our level. I judged that it was more compatible than what you have. In that sense, it's your prerogative to judge based on your values, but I wonder if that was really the correct judgment. I thought if we called off the engagement, it would be a loss if you claimed damages. So to ensure Naomi wouldn't be able to come on the wedding day, my mother advised giving her laxatives. So it's not my fault at all. Why don't you see if that story holds up with the police? Just tell them everything honestly. I'm sure they'll understand my situation, and I'm sure Naomi will come to understand as well. I see. Just so you know, I looked into that woman you were seeing on the side, and it turns out she's the daughter of a subcontractor president for my company. Huh? What's that about? You're not seriously imagining that a poor single-parent family like yours is a business owner, are you? That's crazy. Whether you believe it or not is up to you. When I talked to her father, he immediately came to apologize with his daughter. Wait, so that's why I haven't heard back from them recently. I can't believe it. Do you know the company J&J Pharmaceutical? Huh? That's the famous large corporation, right? Why is that name coming up all of a sudden? Actually, J&J Pharmaceutical was founded by my great-grandfather. I've kept it a bit private since I serve as an officer here. I've never heard of that before. Naomi never mentioned it, and if there's such a big company behind you, you'd actually talk about it more, right? It sounds almost like a scam. A scam? If you thought the mother is struggling for money, it might have been wise for Naomi to keep that fact hidden. I'll return your words to you. I also don't want to be taken advantage of by your family, especially your mother, since she's been rude to me multiple times. Huh? What do you mean by that? What exactly are you investigating? You might feel I'm overstepping, but I decided to look into it just in case. Your mother seems to be spending money quite extravagantly, and it seems she takes pride in it. If Naomi had to support a family with that kind of financial mindset, it's easy to see how tough things would be for her later on. But she's doing that on her own. It has nothing to do with me. Honestly, I wasn't on board with her marrying you from the beginning. I didn't feel I could safely entrust my daughter to someone so obsessed with money and status. But since Naomi insisted she wanted to be with you, I reluctantly allowed it. I'm sure I talked to you about married life, didn't I? But now I'm painfully aware that my decision back then was a mistake.
Wait, if you had told me that from the beginning, none of this would have happened. What was I thinking, having an affair with a rich woman?
No, rather, I'm really glad it didn't tarnish Naomi's family registry. At least, she still has a chance at happiness, avoiding connections with someone who has a criminal record.
Huh? Wait a minute. Why are the police at the wedding venue? Did you really call them?
Yes, I've already filed a report. From now on, the police will officially be involved and uncover the truth.
You've got to be kidding me. This isn't my fault. Let me talk to Naomi directly. I want to convey my true feelings to her.
You can talk plenty with the police from here on out. Naomi just finished her examination and is waiting, so you probably won't have any more contact with her.
Wait a minute. Naomi still loves me. If we talk properly, she'll understand. I've been texting her, but it shows she hasn't read it.
That's not surprising.
Please, just let me see Naomi one more time. I'm serious about this.
Later on, Carter ended up at the police station, where he allegedly attempted to pass the buck, claiming it was all his mom's idea. I was reminded once again that he's a cowardly man. Even more shockingly, I learned that this wasn't his first time, which filled me with a mix of surprise and anger. Apparently, every time Carter met Naomi at his family's home, he mixed laxatives into her food. Naomi casually remarked, "No wonder my stomach always felt weird," while being surprised. But as her mother, I found it utterly unforgivable. As a result of the trial, Carter was convicted of bodily harm. His mother was charged with conspiracy, and both received a 2-year prison sentence. The judge delivered a harsh and uncompromising verdict that left everyone astounded, but it was a deserved punishment for both of them. Moreover, it seems Carter's mother had unilaterally inflated the wedding costs to satisfy her own vanity, resulting in a final bill of $70,000 sent to us. We filed for $20,000 in damages, but Carter and his mother's savings were far from enough, leading to the eventual sale of the family home. I heard that Carter's father was furious, saying he was completely unaware, and he divorced his wife and cut ties with his son. At work, Carter's arrest became known, and he was naturally fired. No matter how many excuses he made, it was too late. On the other hand, Naomi, having gone through this experience, said with a smile, "I'm done with marriage," and now spends her days focused on her work. Her shy declaration, "I want to be strong like you, Mom," brought me so much comfort.
Thanks for watching.